what's up? Here, I'm just doing my base makeup, so I'm gonna speed through this because you've seen this before in the last 3 videos. So don't want to bore you with all of that. But yes, we'll be working on Just Before the War with the Eskimos, which is one of the short stories in 9 stories by J.D. Salinger. So hopefully you like what I come up with. Who knows? We'll see. Here I'm taking a medium small size fluffy brush and using a light brown from the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory palette from Storybook Cosmetics, and just using that sort of as like a base in the crease. Although for some reason this looks a little bit darker. I think there was still black on the thing, on the brush. But it gets mostly covered up anyway, so you don't really notice. And I'm doing an elongated eye, as you can tell where I'm going with this. This basically just shows, this is based off one of the female main characters who kind of starts out very self-absorbed, kind of, you know, not wanting to focus on anyone else. So I chose an elongated eye, so I thought it was perfect. Now I come in with the same fluffy brush, and I think I use like a light green / yellow, which is kind of, it's gonna match the bottom lid soon. So, and I only do this in the crease. Not over the top or anything like that. Now I'm taking a small dense packing brush and using a dark chocolatey brown from the same Charlie and the Chocolate Factory palette. I absolutely love this palette. It literally smells like chocolate. It's perfect. And I use this on the inner and outer corners and use it to kind of darken and shape up that elongated eye. And then I leave the middle portion of the lid blank for a brighter color that we'll be using in a minute. I don't really go back in with the fluffy brush here because I want to kind of keep the outer edges pretty pristine. I didn't want to make it too fused out. I don't know why I always bend down in the camera, like you can never really see me. See? Here I use gold, which is the golden ticket pigment from the same Charlie and the Chocolate Factory palette, and use that on the middle of my lid and kind of spread it out a little bit so it's not too stark. And I kind of use that as like a look into like the higher society that they all live at in this story. Basically like money. Now here I am taking a darkish green, sort of like a money green, from the Take Me Back to Brazil palette by BH Cosmetics, and using that on my waterline. And I kind of take it out, I spread it out under the brown to act as sort of a wing. I don't take it all the way though. And then I do an inner corner wing as well. Very subtle. I love the colors, love the colors in the BH Cosmetics palette, but they don't tend to blend as easy as I would like them to. But I use it so much just because of the colors, so you're gonna hear that a lot in a lot of my videos. Now here I'm just taking the black pigment from the BH Cosmetics palette, the same one that I used the green, and just filling in my brows. Why I did them after my eyes, I don't know. Don't ask me. I jumped around a lot in this video. But I fill them out, make them rather pointed, just to give them a very regal look to them. Now here I'm taking just a small eyebrow pencil and outlining the cracks in the big missing piece on my nose before I go back in with eyeliner, because I don't have paint and eyeshadow. Here I'm using just the regular black eyeshadow from that same BH Cosmetics palette, just to get a better outline, especially for the smaller lines, smaller broken lines. I kind of use this as a way to show like how broken these people are inside. You know, they may be living in a good area and they may seem like they're living a good life, but they all kind of have issues that they need to deal with. Like the main character deals with rejection from society, and the other female character deals with, you know, her very selfish nature, and it's kind of a way of like breaking through the facade. Here I'm using the Tartist double-ended liner, the liquid part, to make it as dark as I can on my nose, where the biggest crack is. By the way, that is the hardest crap, the hardest shit to get off ever. So I recommend using paint. I still have like dark spots on my nose from where I did it. But here is where I'm just outlining and connecting everything. Here I'm using the same black and outlining them darker, just to give it a more realistic look, and making sure it all blends in well with the middle. I didn't want to use the black liquid liner for this because I didn't want it to be too dark, and I wanted to kind of fade out as it got farther away from the crack, so it doesn't look so, you know, perfect, I guess. This is probably one of my favorite things to do because I don't usually do cracks and things like this, so it was fun to mess with. It sort of kind of looks like a lightning strike, like lightning bolts. So I tried to incorporate both in what I thought smaller cracks would look like, but if it didn't work, it didn't work, you know. I tried my best. Here I'm using the other end of the liner just to tightline my eyes, because I'm not using liquid liner on the eyes this time. And then I'm using my mascara. This is Lancôme. I think it's Grandiose mascara. I don't use falsies in this one either. And then I use a different spoolie just to separate, because that tends to be a little thicker and it likes to clump my eyelashes together. But I do love the mascara itself, so. I make the silliest faces. Now I jump back. See, I jump around a lot in this one. I jump back to the broken fissures, I guess you could say, on my face and just darken them up a little bit more, because I wasn't happy with the way they looked exactly. And kind of add some more broken parts where I think that they are needed. Here I'm adding, I think this is Lancôme. I'm putting everything in the description, but this is a Lancôme lipstick. I didn't want over the top red. I wanted something a little more muted, but it was still very pretty. And I overfill them just a tiny bit. Like to the point they don't even look overfilled, but I did a little bit. And then I take the same black liner, or the black eyeshadow, and draw a break down the center of my face. That's why I waited until after I put the lipstick on. And then I darken it up towards the edge with the same liquid liner, just to blend it in better. That's the look, sort of. It definitely wasn't what I wanted to do. I tried to do something a little bit different before, and then I ended up just like getting rid of the whole look. I did like at least 30 minutes of video and I completely just tossed it all, but that's okay. I hope you liked. If you did, please give it a subscribe and a thumbs up, and click the notification bell so you can get all of my notifications. Comment me down below if you want to see any other looks similar to this, or just anything else, any other books you think I should read to do looks on. And yeah, I hope you guys liked it, because I did, even though it took me forever to figure out exactly what I wanted to do. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time.